Hey Cloudy!
Do you like fairy tales? Here is the famous story of Rapunzel and how she was trapped in a long tower with no doors by a witch.
It's Hey Cloudy time! Anytime!
Once upon a time, a farmer and his wife lived in a small cottage. They were happy for everything except that they did not have a child. After a long time of waiting, they were finally having a baby. One day, the farmer's wife fell ill. She couldn't eat anything. She was in bed all the time. "My dear," cried the farmer, "please eat something. You are very ill. What can I do for you?" "I think a plant named Rapunzel can cure me. I have seen it in the witch's garden." "The witch's garden?" Next to the farmer's cottage, there was the garden of a cruel witch. She will not give him the Rapunzel plant. It was dangerous to get it, but he was willing to do anything to make his wife feel better. One day, when the witch was away, the farmer sneaked into the witch's garden. He found the Rapunzel plant, and as he was about to return with it, the witch appeared before him.
Thief!
The witch shouted.
How dare you steal from my garden? I'm going to curse you!
"Please, please don't," begged the farmer. "My wife is very ill. If I don't get this to her, she will die. She is having a baby. Please forgive me." The witch thought for a while.
I will forgive you. You can take the Rapunzel plant to your wife, but you will have to give me your baby when it is born.
The farmer was shocked, but he had to agree to it. He took the Rapunzel plant to his wife. As soon as she ate it, she was healthy again. Soon, she gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. They named her Rapunzel. The farmer and his wife were very happy. But their happiness did not last long. The witch was soon at their door. She took baby Rapunzel with her to a faraway forest. And she locked Rapunzel in a tall tower which had no stairs or door. Only a door and a window at the very top. Rapunzel grew up into a beautiful girl with a sweet voice. But the interesting thing about her was her hair. It was shiny and golden. And it was long. You won't believe it. It was as long as the tower. And what about the witch? Whenever she wanted to see Rapunzel, she would stand next to the tower and shout,
Rapunzel! Rapunzel! Let down your hair!
Rapunzel would let her hair down through the window, and the witch would climb up the tower using Rapunzel's hair as a rope. One day, a prince was wandering in the forest. He heard a beautiful voice singing from the tower. Who was it? He had fallen in love with that sweet voice. He hid around to see what would happen. The witch came and shouted,
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
The prince saw a beautiful girl who let her long hair down from the window and the witch using it as a rope to climb the tower. Now the prince knows how to get into the tower. When the witch was gone, he went to the tower and shouted, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. When the golden hair was let down from the window, he held on to it and climbed the tower. Rapunzel was surprised. Instead of the witch, she saw a handsome prince. Rapunzel smiled at the prince. She had never seen anyone else other than the witch all her life. Every night, when the witch was away, the prince would meet Rapunzel in the tower. He would tell her all about the world and his adventures. Rapunzel loved listening to his stories. One morning, when the witch was climbing up the tower, Rapunzel said, Oh, you are so heavy. The prince was so light. Now, the witch knew Rapunzel's secret. A prince had been seeing her in the tower all this while. The witch was angry. She cut off Rapunzel's long hair and drove her out of the tower. Rapunzel had spent all her life in the tower, and now the witch had set her free into the scary forest. She was all alone and did not know what to do. She wandered through the forest in the hope that some help would reach her. Meanwhile, the witch waited for the prince in the tower. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. It was the prince. The witch smiled. She let down Rapunzel's golden hair that she had cut that morning out of the window. The prince held on to it and began climbing. When he almost reached the window, the cruel witch let go of the hair. The prince fell down on the thorny bushes below the tower. The thorns blinded him. Oh no! He can't see anything now. He wandered through the forest aimlessly. What happened to the witch? When the witch let go of Rapunzel's hair, she realized she had no way to get out of the tower. She was trapped inside the tower forever. As the prince wandered through the forest, he heard a sad voice singing. He knew that voice. He followed the voice and fell into the hands of Rapunzel. Dear Rapunzel, cried the prince. Oh, prince, I have finally found you. Rapunzel was happy. Rapunzel and the prince who loved each other were together again. At this beautiful moment, the prince got his eyesight back. He could see everything well. The prince took Rapunzel to his castle where they got married. They lived happily for all the days to come.
I love the story of Rapunzel and her long hair. You can also listen to more fairy tales like Cinderella, Snow White, Goldilocks, Little Red Riding Hood on Hey Cloudy app. Download Hey Cloudy app today.
Hey Cloudy!